Dude, we should get you to train all the new people.
Look at all that, dude. Like, look at that. It holds the ground up with it. All three of the trees,
they do that. They do that because they have what's called roots.
Yeah, shallow roots for these trees.
Reminds me of last week. Kevin's like, Coke National. And like, yeah, it's national. What a moron.
All right,
More like global.
It is global, but it's funnier. Did they give you a chainsaw, or did they go?
So you had to break that. You got to break that mud down on there too, or just
Huh?
like the ball root. You have to like spray it down to get the mud off it, or what?
Actually, I think we're gonna use just like regular tools like a pitchfork, hammer, just knock that shit out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, thanks for boring the intro.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the Skids Podcast. We changed the name. It's Skids now.
You're so
Skids.
skiddy.
Skids Podcast.
Because the Garbage Pail Kids are apparently doing new things.
Yeah, they were doing things for a while.
Yeah.
I'm Shane
So glad I
Kopke.
didn't get
I'm
that
here
giant
with
poster board.
Tim Gage
That's me.
and Kevin McNichols.
Hi.
Nichols.
And of course, Tim's got to do his thing.
Kick nickels.
So, you know, it is what it is.
McNichols.
How's everybody doing this week?
Hey, it's been a happy new year. I will say that this year's been happy.
Hasn't been bad yet.
So how many resolutions have you already broken?
No, I haven't even made any. So that's the best way to do it.
Perfect way to do it. I didn't make any resolutions.
No
either.
resolutions.
It's a fucking point.
No, it's been a nice one. I had a nice New Year's weekend up at my friend's house in Longview, and then work started
Was
again.
it all the meth?
Tons of meth. Yeah, piles.
Well,
of
you
it.
said Longview.
Yeah.
Longview's kind of known for one thing.
Yeah, that does.
Meth.
The place reeks of fucking meth.
Well, the thing is, there's nothing to do in Longview. There's like two
There's
bars.
so much meth.
There's 2 bars.
There's a lot to do.
And like a bowling alley.
Yeah, the
And I
bar is
think there's a
disgusting.
theater, and that's it, pretty much.
Well, there's a Goodwill.
Oh yeah, there's a Goodwill. Yeah. But I mean,
You know, if you're into that type of thing.
Yeah, what, shopping?
Bargain
At,
shopping.
Well,
like,
yeah,
old
you're going
people
to thrift
stuff?
shopping.
bargain shopping,
Yeah,
man.
thrift shopping.
You can actually find some cool shit
What
at
the
Goodwill.
fuck was that?
Thrift shopping.
Those were words, I
You don't go
guess.
thrift shopping?
So you guys didn't watch the movie that we were supposed to watch
Fuck
this
no,
week?
did not have
I don't know. Who's
time.
got time to? Who's got time to even find that shit?
It's easy. It's
No, you got to pay for it.
immediately on YouTube for
Yeah,
free.
it's free on YouTube.
No, I should care less. But I don't.
You should care less. Wow. So you care like right at the right
I'm
amount.
on the cusp of caring.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad about it, but at the same
Ha,
time,
cusp.
I couldn't feel bad about it. Less.
Why?
Cusp.
Why? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just making sentences, man. I'm
That
just
are
putting
not
things together.
real sentence. Yeah, I'm just putting
I'm
words
just-
together that
It's
shouldn't
word
go together.
soup today. It's word soup.
Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah, here, hit some buttons. That's how I feel right now.
That's
Jeez.
that's something else. Hey,
got
is that I Quit This Bitch? Is that on there? I remember loving that one. I heard that earlier today. I was like,
Is
that's
this your way of
fantastic.
quitting the show?
Well, it was
You're like 2
wonderful
weeks
how
into
that
the
lady
new year.
did it. You remember that
I'm
shit?
out. Which one, the Walmart chick?
No, the one that was on had her own news station, or it was a newscaster.
Oh
for
yeah, I
a
remember
station.
the
I
news.
quit
like,
this bitch.
Why don't you just find the actual fucking one?
It's fantastic. That was a way to go. And then there was that guy who
News
offed
lady-
himself on news
Yeah.
as well.
There was that guy.
He just popped
well,
himself.
There was
No, it was a
two.
lady was did
Yeah,
it.
the lady did it on the news, and then Bud Dwyer
Who was
did it
innocent.
Oh, he
Did it, yes,
shot
was,
himself.
that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Is this the one right here?
I quit this bitch.
KTVA reporter quits on air.
Yeah,
Could
but
be.
Bud
Oh,
Dwyer,
yeah.
Bud
She's like,
Dwyer
"Fuck it, I
actually
quit."
did it live at like a council, or no, he brought together a
It was like
news
a
conference.
It was a press meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
something like
news
that, yeah.
conference because he was going to address the allegations that were
Yeah.
levied against
Yeah.
him.
Which apparently he was innocent of.
Yeah.
Yes.
They found out
Right.
later.
Well, they
Just
found out
fucking
many,
said
many
that.
years later. Yes, Kevin. You should listen
Yeah.
to the show sometime.
No, he's too busy searching shit. I get it.
Okay.
I don't want to
have
hurt
we
anybody.
talked about Bud
I don't want to
Dwyer
hurt
before? I
anybody.
don't
And then just fucking pops himself.
Well, you know,
Ate
because
that
one
fucking bullet.
guy came up to him, and then he's like, "That's when he was like, yep, that's it, done." Because somebody was going to try to stop him.
And then the guy started praying right there. He's
Well,
like,
did you see
let's,
there
let's
was-
have a little bit of humility, God in heaven, or something like
Well,
that.
there was another one similar to that. That dude went to like a council meeting, and was pissed off about something. Like he lost his job, or his wife lost her job, or something like that, and held them all up, and then told all the women to leave, and then fucking he was pointing the guns at the council members, and some lady came in and tried to knock the gun out of his hands with the purse, like a lady hits, and so it didn't work out very well. Then
Overhand.
Yeah, it was that overhand wrist, not like the wrist is all the motion.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
And then so he ends up shooting one of the guys. Or no, I think he shot like 4 times. Never hit anyone, point blank.
Damn.
And the security guard in the back ended up shooting the dude.
Oh.
It was fucking wild. But yeah, similar to the whole Bud Dwyer
amazing.
thing, like
Yeah.
right on live TV.
Yeah.
So it was on some sort of public access
right.
in the Midwest.
Well, hey, let's check this one out real quick.
All
It's
right,
only
we're going
43
to watch
seconds long.
the reporter
Everything
quit.
you heard is why I, the actual owner of the Alaska Cannabis Club, will be dedicating all of my energy toward fighting for freedom and fairness, which begins with legalizing marijuana here in Alaska. And as for this job, well, not that I have a choice, but fuck it, I quit. All right, we apologize for that.
The delay.
What a badass.
The stall. She's like,
It's
we
like,
want to
shit.
apologize on behalf
Pardon
of.
for us.
Well, do you
Meanwhile,
know
the
why-
Yes on 2 campaign
stop
held
it.
a fundraiser last night with Gary.
But you know why the newscasters are always like,
Yeah, because they're not expecting it.
no, because they're so scripted
Yes, they are.
that they have no fucking clue what to say. It's not that it's unexpected. It's just that they don't have anything outside of
They
what's
can't-
on that paper.
Yeah, they can't really think
Or
on their
prompter.
feet without the prompter and all
Yeah,
that
that's
stuff.
not. That's why they're not hosts.
No.
They're casters.
Yeah,
they
they're
cast
just
the
reading
news. They just
scripts.
read shit.
Yeah.
They're
And also,
storytellers for adults.
also they do it
They're terrible.
so much that they just get into this like robotic sort of groove and just spout.
And
all
fuck
night.
you, San
that's
Diego.
I was just gonna say. That's
Yeah.
why. Fuck you, San Diego.
Go fuck
Hey,
yourself.
have you guys ever heard of a
Music
guy?
comes off. Man, that was great, right?
Hey, have you guys
No.
ever? Have
Ron,
you
I gotta
guys,
fire you.
have you guys
Oh,
ever
I
heard
gotta
of a
fire
guy
you.
named Alex Stein?
No.
No. I want to see if I can find a video of his. It's funny. He goes to these like town hall council meetings, and he makes a scene like talking about how he likes to
Chicken
bang
nuggets?
puppies and all this stuff.
The
and-
skateboarder dude.
I
Or
don't know if he's a
comedian.
skateboarder.
I think he's.
but-
I think he calls himself a
yeah,
comedian.
he like always wears a suit and he runs.
Yes.
You know,
And
but
he
let's
says
see here.
fucked up things all the time.
Hey, dude, and he's hilarious. Let's see here if I can.
I
Find.
vaguely remember this. Vaguely. And he goes to several of them. Like it's not
yeah,
just once.
he does it all the time.
Yeah, that's
That's like his thing.
Yeah,
his
he
bit.
does it. Yeah, he just did one
But I think
recently too.
I think he considers himself a comedian, although I've never seen any stand up from him.
Yeah, I don't think he does any stand up.
Yeah. So I don't
Here we
know
go.
how-
Okay,
Do
so
you have to do stand up in order to
I
be a
think
comedian?
to
So-
be called a comedian.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
I disagree.
I think that there's
cool.
different types of comedians.
Go ahead and elaborate on this.
I'd
one.
rather not.
No, I want to hear it.
I'd rather find out what's going on with
Nope.
this video.
I want to
that
know
Kevin
what
was
your
doing.
idea of a comedian is.
Someone who's funny.
Oh, that's not true.
Guys, if you're still recording your podcast on Zoom, do yourself and your listeners a favor.
Shut
and
up.
When you talk
Skip
about
the
future,
ad.
when you
Go
talk
for
about
it.
the metaverse, right now, this military-grade tech that we're using is basically indistinguishable what we have now. So if we can release this on the population, you can go into a metaverse, you can live an incredibly great life. The sex that you have in the metaverse is indistinguishable from sex.
Okay.
Oh, so you got us a news report on him.
So my
Well,
name is
I was trying to
Alexander
find-
Stein. I work for a company in Las Colinas outside of Dallas, Texas.
No,
called
this is not
Oculus
what I'm
Tech,
looking
and
for.
I'm-
No shit.
I'm looking for one of his.
What's the longest one I can find? I'm sure that's
Let's
all
find
in.
I'm
Let's
just
find a
trying to find any of
newscast
them.
about him and see how that goes.
Let's see here.
Kevin
Actually,
tells me to prepare for the fucking
Let's
show.
do a
This
podcast
is what
about
Kevin
a
does.
newscast about
Kevin
this
goes,
guy.
"Hey, why don't you guys send me the video so I can vet them first?" And then
No,
this is
it's
what
just
we-
so I can
This is
fucking
what
have
we
the
get.
links.
It's on the
This is
fly,
what we
bud.
fucking
This is all
get.
on the fly. We don't set up shit. We just talk about it and expect Kevin to get it right off the bat.
Yes,
And when
Kevin,
he doesn't,
yeah.
half the time, well, all the time.
Oh, here's the new one. Here's the new one.
Jesus Christ!
Everything down on the line. I lost one of my testicles in Iraq, not when I was working for Halliburton, not while I was in the military after, but it was a very bad accident. And now I'm unable to do a lot of the stuff that I was able to do as a young man. So just leave it at that because I understand this.
You just never know what you're going to get here, folks. You just never know what you're going to get here.
That's right.
Chair, our final
Okay.
speaker
Oh,
this
I see. There.
evening
It's
is
that's the like preview.
Alex Stein.
So this is when he first comes up.
Mr. Stein, you are a panelist. You may begin your testimony.
Oh, hey guys, sorry my camera, I'm having trouble, but I'm here speaking to the county council because guys, I'm getting scrutinized. I've been kicked out of the force because I'm into what is called puppy play. And because of this, I've been extradited from D.C. and now I have to stay here in Baltimore. And I don't like it. I want to be able to go back to D.C. and play with my other puppies. I miss being in the barracks and sniffing their derriere and barking all night. And now, because of racist prejudices, because I identify as a puppy, because there are a lot of bigotry and racist type people in the military now that are causing me a lot of distress and making my lifestyle very hard. Listen, my husband, Rodrigo, he supports me as much as possible. But you're not going to let Rodrigo be the victim of hate because he wasn't in the military. He was here. He's an illegal immigrant. All right. He crossed the Rio, barely almost drowned. All right. So he did a lot to come into this country. So I'm not going to have my husband, Rodrigo, demonized by the military. And I'm not going to let Washington, D.C., with those fat cat politicians try to dictate my lifestyle as being degenerate, because it's not. My lifestyle is normal. This is 2022. If you guys are 2023, excuse me, I don't even know the year because I'm so hopped up. I'm so emotional. I'm so upset. And the times are changing. And until you guys hop on board, Rodrigo gets mad if I don't bark. I know, sir, I'll be there. I'll be there, Rodrigo. Just get there. I'll be there in 2 seconds. But what I'm saying is I'm sick of the persecution that I'm facing. Yeah. We live in a country now where you can identify as whatever you want. And so if I want to identify as a dog, then I should be respected as such. And if I want to make my commander walk me around with a leash, then he should do that. I should not be dishonorably discharged because I have a sexual fetish that is totally normal in this day and age. So I'm asking you politely and respectfully, counsel, I need you to stand up for people that have these sort of fetishes. Now you look at Drag Queen Story Hour for Children. It's happening all over Baltimore. Why don't we have puppy play time for children? That's what we need.
Jesus.
We need more puppy play flags in elementary schools. Every elementary school has a trans flag. Every elementary school has a rainbow flag. Why don't we have a sexual fetish for a puppy play flag in elementary schools? These are issues that are important to your constituents. Yeah, you guys sit there and you make outcasts like me, Washington, D.C. outcasts, people that have lost their whole life. I mean, I lost everything. I laid everything down on the line. I lost one of my testicles in Iraq, not when I was working for Halliburton, not while I was in the military after, but it was a very bad accident. And now I'm unable to do a lot of the stuff that I was able to do as a young man. So just leave it at that, because I understand this is a council and that we have to have some sort of decorum. But at the same time, you need to respect me and my lifestyle.
Sir, your time is up. Your 3 minutes are up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Rodrigo!
Well,
Rodrigo!
like I said, you never know what you're going to get here at the county council in Baltimore
The
County.
crazy thing is there's plenty of people that have done shit like this.
We thank you for your comments, Mr.
They
Stern.
still got their plexiglass walls up?
Yeah, of course. That's everywhere.
Still virtue signaling that shit?
Well, I just went into the sheriff's office a couple days ago, and yeah.
Wow.
Why take it down, I guess? You put the money to have it up.
It's already
The
up.
thing is, though, I think it's the illusion of safety.
Yeah.
Well,
For those few people
Well,
that
it was
go.
when it started.
Yeah. It's the same thing with airport security.
And masks.
Well, not just like I said, airport security is another one. Hey, guess what? Planes can't crash now because we've got this lady over here that's got a bad attitude. She's going to look at your balls through a fucking just through an x-ray machine.
Wave a wand at you and say you're not supposed to go on the plane.
There's no way that you could get anything on there. Meanwhile, people get guns and shit through all the time.
Yeah. People get shit through all the time.
Yeah. I mean, how do you think we get drugs into this country? That still happens.
There's drugs in this country?
They're still coming in on planes.
Uh-oh.
That's unfortunate.
Boy, I have some news for you. Yes. But yeah, I mean, this shit, I actually like it when people do shit like this.
Oh, I do too.
The thing is, it's so hit or miss.
Oh,
I know whether or not it's going to be funny or not.
Yeah. And one thing too, like what I like what he does is that he takes stuff that are actually going on and he just sort of over exaggerates it, in front of these people. But it does show how ridiculous all this stuff
there's
really
tons of Twitter profiles that do that shit, like the libs of TikTok and all
libs
that shit.
TikTok's great.
They take, but they take the actual people saying the shit.
All they
and
do
sounds like that.
Yeah, and all they
His
do
script
is
could have just been that.
They just repost those videos, and those people get angry. It's like, dude, I didn't edit the video. I just posted
should just start reposting other people's videos. And
Well, that's kind of what we're doing here, isn't it?
Not really. We're talking.
We're more doing
They don't
commentary.
do that, though, on these.
We're doing
on the
commentary
things
on
I'm talking
videos.
about, they don't do any of that. They just repost it and then put a caption.
And usually there's a person next to it nodding their head and pointing at it. on TikTok a lot.
Well, that happens.
They
It's
look
so
over
fucking dumb. See, that's actually another way for people to steal content.
Yeah.
And then go,
Make it
it's
their
my
own,
content because there's a line here.
Yeah.
And that's me. Yeah. And that's the other person that made it originally.
Those piss me off. I mean, I like seeing the one, that, the video of the actual content, but the person next to it just nodding their head and pointing up at it or pointing in the right.
Yeah, like, this person knows what they're talking about.
This is me too.
Yeah.
See, I'm agreeing with them. You should watch my channel because I agree with that channel.
Well, if you want to watch me nod my head while somebody talks for 35 seconds.
Well, then there's those videos too, and these happen on TikTok a lot where people don't say anything. They just like have words and they'll point to them.
That's what I just fucking said.
Is that what you're talking about?
Kevin, I was literally just saying that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And they just point at it, nod. Oh my fucking God!
You didn't specify what.
All right, good. My bad.
I can't. When you say, "Hey," they point at it. You have to actually say what it is they're pointing at.
Could have been anything. They could have pointed at anything, Tim.
He's pointing at his penis, going, "Yep." And that's the whole video. Just looking down his penis, pointing, nodding his head.
Well, the only ones I've seen are the ones where they're pointing at words.
Yeah.
And dancing around and doing stupid shit.
Well, then there's these other ones,
or they're
too.
pretending to be fucking like Holocaust.
Yeah, there's like a voiceover, one of a guy telling a story or something like that.
Figuring things out.
And then it's like some ASMR video that's going with it. It's so fucking weird, too.
Have you seen these?
Huh?
What?
I'm sorry. This is just the greatest thing in the
breath.
world. No, this is the greatest thing in the world. Hey, do you have the ones with the words in it, too? Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay.
But the other one,
I know you want to move past it, but
I was talking
no
about
way.
I'm still not getting what's so fucking funny.
They take
the fact that you said the exact same thing he was saying.
He never said anything about words. Okay. He just said they point
you're
to
right.
things.
You're right. You're right.
Could be anything.
Could have been anything.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
But Shane with his little.
What are you doing now? Now
It's
you're texting on the fucking show. Shane's distracted on the fucking show.
I'm not distracted. I'm on the show.
You're on your phone, fucking.
Oh, my bad. You guys were still talking about the words. Cool.
I wasn't talking about
the words.
What are you talking about the words? Hey, did you hear what's going on? There's a. I want to say Louisiana. I'm not sure, but they're making it so you have to.
Louisiana?
I think it's Louisiana. You have to now show your ID to enter porn sites. Like the state's requiring you to show your ID to your camera.
That ain't gonna last long.
That's fucking lame.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So and then I guess Utah's trying to get that done.
Well, I could see Utah
too.
definitely doing it.
But I mean, you think about the loopholes that people can make with something like that, where they can.
What do you mean loopholes?
Just use your parents' ID or something like that. And then the other question that I think this morning show I was listening, they were talking about is the other one is like, if you're going to go to a website and you have to get your ID, are you going to actually go get your ID so you can watch porn?
I mean, I'm sure there's
people
plenty
will.
of fucking people that will.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of
forge IDs to
Well, that's what I mean,
porn.
but getting your information on that site.
So how are they going to enforce this, though? Like, I don't understand how they'll actually enforce it on these sites. Because does that mean these sites
It's more or less
those
so the
states
parents
are
can
go
sue.
with it?
It's more or less so the parents can sue if they catch their kids on a porn site.
Well, and the weird thing is like, I don't know how that
wonder
works
how they're
state
gonna
to
do
state.
that, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's tons. I mean, I think it's actually one of the arguments is I shouldn't have to ask the state if I want to watch porn.
I agree. I don't think you should. I feel the same way about online gambling.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have to ask the state if you should be able to fucking use your own money to do what you want.
I agree.
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's one of the arguments about it. But again, it's one of those dumb things that someone thought was a good idea and didn't really look into it and just proposed it, and it got passed.
I mean, I noticed they don't have any sort of like weird rules like that for. I don't know if you've watched Instagram Reels as much as I have, but I just find people getting shot on it all the time and murdered.
Yeah, well,
that's all over the place. No ID for that.
You don't need to.
No.
Murder's important. People need to see that.
Well, that's the thing. In this United States,
that's right.
violence is okay.
You won't go in that
but
neighborhood like that again.
Violence is okay in the United States. Sex isn't. Well, in other countries, it's sex is okay and violence isn't. It's kind of like this.
And then you've got Japan, where it's a really weird line for everything.
Yeah. Like the business.
We're gonna have to blur those fucking.
They'll blur the asshole, but not the poop.
No, they'll blur everything and then be like, "Oh, a tentacle's going in there? That's fine."
Yeah, the tentacles. That's why everybody over there's into the tentacle fucking porn and
they
shit.
They created a fetish that nobody had.
Yeah.
because of state fucking rules.
Dude, I've talked to guys that have been over there and said that those people on the subway will literally just be reading tentacle porn out in the open, don't care.
So did you
Just
when
normal.
you talked to those guys, did you tell them about your big revelation that George Carlin knew too?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe that was who you talked to.
Oh, on your soapbox.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been
Standing
saying
up
this
there.
for years.
Been saying it for years. Those guys that went to Japan, boy, did they learn. Telling them
Not
for years.
this again, Kevin.
wasn't even about
I'm trying to
Japan.
watch my tentacle porn. I don't need to hear about
You said you knew guys that have gone over
big
there.
oil companies
Yeah,
and
that would
shit
be
like
Japan.
I'm
that.
talking about the George Carlin thing had nothing to do with Japan.
No shit. I'm putting two things together.
Because you're stupid.
It's
in
a
a
callback.
humorous way.
It's a callback.
No, it's not humorous. It's stupid.
It's not
doing a
funny.
callback.
to you 'cause
Stupid.
You're an angry fucking.
It's called a callback. We're
Cunt.
calling back to something else.
Oh, okay.
It's callback.
Yeah.
It's
He keeps
callback.
saying
Tim
I'm
gets
angry.
it. You're getting mad and yelling
How am I angry?
I'm calling back to a callback.
I don't
Because
know,
I
man.
raised my voice?
because you're shitty at being normal.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, that's true. You're shitty at a human. You're just like a terrible
I'm shitty
human
at
being.
a human.
A shitty at being a
I have
human.
to have good aim for that.
I've done it.
You get shit at a human.
Yeah, I shat at a human before. I shat
it
out a
him?
human.
Oh, whoa, that's
It
gross.
was weird. What the
You had
fuck
a
was he doing
butt
up there?
baby?
But he got in there and I had to shit him out.
You shut out a bunch of humans. Well, I mean potential.
They weren't inseminated. So they're not. They're
No,
not.
they were on their own.
They're not humans until they
Not yet.
until they have fingernails.
Oh, did
That's
you guys
actually
hear?
a weird thing about the Catholic Church. Like, any seed spilled, man, it's a no-no in God's eyes.
Really?
I think so. Yeah,
No, I
there
don't
was
think so.
at one point at least.
I think that's like certain sects of.
No, there's no sex. in
we
that.
are talking
There's
about
no
sex.
sex.
Sect.
Sections.
You fucking.
Sections.
I like how Kevin can't take jokes. Doesn't understand them.
I get it. Sex and sex sound the same.
Tim even said it too.
Yeah, I know he did.
And then you yelled at me.
Because you're.
What's wrong with him? Man,
It's
you're
spicy
really,
tonight, guys. We
Are
got a
you
spicy
Are you
show
all right,
going on. It's
man?
fucking
How's your
spicy.
week been?
My week's been fun.
Sure
I've had a
sounds
good-
like
He's
it.
not getting
Yeah.
sex.
I've had a good week.
Yeah, you haven't got any sex.
Didn't get any of those sex.
No, I don't have that problem.
No, I meant the religious sex. Kevin, what do you? I don't understand. Why do you jump to conclusions?
Jesus, Kevin.
Why do you jump to being a?
I don't get what. Wow, Ooh,
Timestamp on
man,
that
ow,
one?
you hurt me.
That wasn't supposed to hurt
What
you.
are we,
It's
like
the
5
truth.
minutes into it? 20 minutes in?
You
So he
project
says-
constantly that you're.
Kevin recently sent
constantly.
a YouTube thing to change.
Okay.
Well, should we be talking about that on YouTube?
Oh, hey.
or-
Oh, by the way,
What?
did you guys hear the Joker's pregnant?
Which one?
The Joker in there's some new comic came out. It's got everybody all pissed off. The Joker became pregnant and shat out a baby.
Kevin, we need context. Otherwise, what you're
DC
saying is
Comics?
absolute
Oh, I
fucking
know.
nonsense.
A new comic book came out from DC where the Joker got pregnant and shat out a baby. And a bunch of people online are pissed off about it.
Well, that's jumping the shark now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how he got pregnant.
he probably didn't. He's a dude. It's a It's fiction. It's a
Well,
cartoon.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
True,
got
but it's
pregnant
gotta
in
make
that one.
sense.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
that
what
was
that-
also a movie.
what was that
Fake.
movie called?
It was not real.
It wasn't Mr. Mom.
Junior.
Was it Junior? Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Junior. I'm
That's
pregnant.
He got pregnant. They did it in that one, so yeah, they can do it in a Joker comic book.
I guess.
Yeah, you don't guess they did.
It's just
There's no
weird.
guessing about it. It fucking happened. Joker got pregnant and shot out a baby.
Shot
You
out
said
a
so
baby.
yourself.
Wait, did he actually shit it out?
That's what I heard.
Well, yeah, is he gonna piss it out? Is he
It
gonna
actually
fucking,
came out of his ass, is what I heard.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm guessing a C-section would have probably been easier, but
yeah. I
you
think
know.
that's how they did Arnold Schwarzenegger. Was a cesarean.
I think that's what it was too.
Baby comes out his dick hole.
Ooh, he could probably do it too.
Dude,
You think
that
he
would
could?
be
Yeah, he-
fucking brutal.
I mean, they say passing a stone the size of a grain of salt hurts like hell. Can you imagine passing a baby through your dick?
No, I couldn't imagine that.
I'm gonna try to.
You gonna try
Tonight.
to do that? They're
See how
not
that
fully
works.
formed
Let's
though.
see what happens.
Not fully formed.
It's gonna be interesting. I'll tell you that.
So we got to talk about Kevin's anger.
I'm
Why
not
are-
angry.
Why are you
what are
so
you dosing
mad?
over there, bud?
Yeah, no shit.
What the fuck is that?
You got to calm down. Calm down,
Oh,
pills.
you get the cray crays.
No.
Huh? You
Got to
get
calm
cray-cray.
down,
You
man.
cray-cray up in this
Calm
beat.
down.
Why-
Chill the fuck out, dude.
What the fuck am I doing?
Usually that makes someone much calmer too. When you do that, when you tell them to calm down, that works.
Kevin, if you could
99%
just
of the time.
step back from this ledge. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
It helps.
You feel better now?
Actually, a lot. Yeah.
That's good.
Wasn't that in a
more legroom?
That was in a.
It's an REM video.
No, wasn't that in a video game where they did that? Jumped down and fucking kicked someone through the window to stop them from killing themselves. It's a video game or movie, something like that. But it happened in real life too.
Wait, they do it all the time in Japan.
Yeah, I think it was overseas. I think it was actually China on this one, but
China.
They like just fucking jumped down from the next story up and just booted this chick like through the next door neighbor's wall.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool.
You're not killing yourself on our dime.
Yeah, we're just gonna break all your ribs.
We need you for that shop a bit longer.
Yeah, we're gonna put you to work at one of our camps.
Yep. NFL needs their jerseys.
Jesus, man. What are you eating? A pharmacy over here?
Fucking doses of that. Holy
fucking nicotine laws.
Look how angry he gets. I just ask a question. He gets so angry.
I think I got some antihistamines too.
Because anything I do, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Fucking Jesus.
Kevin is
Are you obsessed with
fucking
me?
edge, man.
I'm curious.
Kevin,
are
we're
you
on a
obsessed
show
with me?
together.
Do you-
I'm going
do you
to talk
think
about the things that are on
I just
here.
want to know, do you think about me when we're not together?
No. I don't think about
Are
you
you
when
sure?
we're here in the same room.
You seem to talk about me a lot.
Because I have no idea what you're going to do with that pin anytime soon. You are so on edge.
The pen?
Yeah.
Well, it is mightier than the sword.
It's not.
So it said.
I'm sure a sword would cut you down pretty quick.
I said bosom,
Well,
not sword.
This could
I don't know what that's
go
from.
up your nose,
Police Academy 2.
scramble your brain like a fucking mummy.
I guess if you think that a lobotomy is a good idea.
Was it the second one that had...
No. With the mummies, they would like stick shit up their nose and pull
Mahoney?
the brains out and stuff. They had like these special tools for it.
Yeah, you learned that from the movie The Mummy.
No, they really did that.
Okay.
Look it up!
Why?
Why?
Jesus!
Why would I have to look it up?
Because you're a moron?
So I have to look
And you
it up.
don't know things?
Kevin, but my Encyclopedia Britannica, I only have up to...
From like 1965?
I only have up to J, so I
there's
can't
still
do
a
it.
thing.
I don't
know.
know. I think they went to like...
Yeah, I think most
digital
everything's
now.
online, but
Yeah.
it would be funny if there was still that lone encyclopedia salesman out there.
You know what?
Doing
I
this
think
thing.
I think those
Yeah.
guys exist still.
But I just picture him as
Like
fucking...
people that sell blinds.
I just picture him as Woody Harrelson from fucking Kingpin.
Kingpin, yeah. You'd be pragmatic in thinking so.
I just... Does he always get that wasted off of ginger ale?
Root beer.
No, it's ginger ale.
Was it ginger ale?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm so bombed.
That movie's so fucking good.
I didn't want to tell him, but with those narrow hips, she could probably only have like 3 or 4 kids.
I know, one of the hottest chicks.
Man, she was too. She
Yeah.
was dope hot back in the day.
What was her name?
No,
I
she
don't even
did.
know.
She did weird science TV series for a while, and then I know obviously that one. I think she was in something.
Fuck.
Else. Was she in La Femme Nikita? No, she didn't do La Femme Nikita.
I don't know what she did. I just remember her from that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vanessa,
That's the
was
only-
it Vanessa Angel?
You
Something
know
Angel?
what? You know
Something
what?
Angel?
Maybe. Let's see. Vanessa Angel. You just
Not
typed in Kingpin.
It
It's just
fucking
Kingpin.
added it. The little predicted text
I
thing.
think it's your angry fingers.
Shut up.
Who gets it first? Who gets it first?
Who's gonna find it? It's a race. It's a race.
Vanessa Angel.
Oh man, you guys did it at the same time. That is a photo finish.
Who else was in there?
Bill Murray was funny as fuck in
Yes.
that movie, dude.
Bill Murray and his hair just getting crazier and
Dennis
crazier.
Quaid before he
Like the
got
more
fucking
angry
crazy.
he's getting, the more desperate.
Well,
that,
not just
that
more
comb over
not
he
just
had, the
more
beautiful
desperate, but
fucking
just-
bowling ball he
It
had with
was-
a rose in it.
It was like a mix
Yeah.
of despair and I can't lose.
Exactly.
It was
yeah.
such a weird fucking combination, and then just the looks on his face every time. Bill Murray
He nails
was
the character
excellent.
whenever
Yeah.
he does it. There's
Dude,
no
that guy's amazing.
Yeah,
He really
I mean,
is.
granted, as a person, I'm starting to lose respect for him just because of the whole
I don't know,
allegations.
man.
but
Honestly, everything I've heard sounds like he just doesn't fucking like a lot of people.
you know,
And
this girl's a
can't say
minor
I
though. He
blame
like he got on her lap and shit. And started,
oh, what?
Yeah.
She's a minor, like
Yeah.
a coal mine.
No, she's under the age
Well,
of 18.
Is
Oh,
that? But
That's
is
a
that
different
just?
type of minor.
So the accusation is that he like sat her on her lap or something.
Yeah. Like straddled her and started making out her neck or something like that.
Really?
Being silly. Yeah, it was not okay.
Huh. Was he like trying to joke?
Come
around,
on,
or was he
guys.
actually
Yeah, I
going
mean, he
for
thought
it?
it was. He thought it'd be funny, but
Come on,
at
guys.
the same time,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's
He was trying to be
inappropriate.
We've all had that uncle. Come on.
Yeah. As I said, it's not looking good for him in that aspect. It's pretty fucked up.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to it. So
Well, same thing
guess
happened.
what? If you don't pay attention to it,
Never
you
happened.
can still enjoy all the movies.
Oh, I'm still going to enjoy everything that he does.
Like Michael Jackson? Fuck. I still listen to that daily.
I fucking love his music, too.
Yeah.
I actually
His
really
music
like
is good.
Michael Jackson's music. I really do. I love his music videos. I love his work.
His old stuff was
and
great.
I think he's a shit person.
He's dead. It's fine.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think once they die, you can start
But
listening
at
to them
the same
again.
time, he's a victim of circumstance as well. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
those
part.
boys shouldn't have been so hot in this
Well,
room.
he
No, it's
was
his
never
dad.
given an
What the
opportunity
fuck?
to actually
Well,
grow up.
Yeah, his dad was like a fucking taskmaster with like making them dance and training
Yeah,
them
but I
and all
think
that.
there's a lot of people in history that have been like that,
He
and
didn't
their
have a
kids didn't grow up
childhood,
and
man.
fuck other kids.
Well, I mean, I get that. I'm not saying what he did is
No,
a fucking good.
I never-
I'm
I
just
don't
saying
think he
what
ever fucked a
his
kid.
growing up. That is one of the factors that brought
He
him
just
to where
didn't
he
know
was.
what boundaries were between
Just were
adults
children
and
like Roman
minors.
helmets.
I don't think he ever did anything sexual with a kid. I think he just did things that
I don't
as
know, man.
an adult shouldn't do with a child around.
Like sexual stuff.
I wouldn't say
Look,
sexual.
I don't think he
I
ever
don't
did
know.
anything sexual with his wife.
Yeah,
Well, I know that,
Lisa Marie Presley.
Presley,
Well,
yeah.
and the other chick. There was that white chick that was kind of like fat, but you know,
Oh yeah,
the mom
one,
or
the
whatever.
One that he had like a kid with or something.
Yeah. That chick.
I remember her.
The one that was
okay.
like out of the spotlight, but in the spotlight for just a very brief while.
Yeah,
Anna Nicole Smith?
yeah.
No,
No, it wasn't Anna
you
Nicole
wouldn't know her.
It
name.
wasn't a famous person.
You
She
wouldn't
was
know
like-
her.
Yeah,
Interesting.
she wasn't like a star or anything like that. But yeah,
But Michael Jackson fucked. There's no getting around it. There's a way, he fucked. I just think he fucked kids.
well, all
I
his
don't think
brothers,
he
all
fucked-
his brothers said that he was
No.
super shy around women and he gravitated toward kids, like wanted to.
Yeah,
hang
because
out
he
with
could
them
relate
and
to
everything.
him.
Maybe, but
yeah, sexually.
there's still a lot
No, again.
of accusations about, and he's
I'm
just,
sorry. When you line
yeah.
up 100 kids and they go,
Yeah.
"Yeah, he did," and they describe his dick,
dude, it's
I think that,
really
he probably
man.
did it.
It's really hard to
Still like his
I
music.
never heard or
There's
read
so
about
much
that.
of
Yeah, I
that
don't know.
stuff,
Had-
man. Like,
He paid numerous
Yeah.
families off
like
back in the
lots of
early
money.
90s.
Lots of
Numerous.
money. Yeah.
There were tons of things that didn't go to court because he paid them off.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
settled it out of court.
So he just bought.
And there's been
prostituted
a
him.
couple
yeah,
of
no, look, at least he pays for his services.
Yeah, it's not something.
Well,
that's
and
like,
there's been a couple of documentaries about it, like talking to the victims,
You're
and
a
them
mess.
explaining everything and all that shit. So, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that he was a sick fuck.
Yeah.
Hell.
But was his music still good?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
see? So there we go.
Absolutely.
He got it.
He was
you
an
gotta-
artist.
You got to weigh it out.
He deserved the title King of Pop. back
God,
then.
I can't remember-
absolutely. Yeah, he
Who was
great.
it? Was it Chappelle that said talking about Joe Jackson, or was it?
No,
not
he's
his
talking
dad?
about Cosby.
No, he's talking about Michael Jackson's dad, or what? I don't know. It might not have even been Chappelle. It might have been another comedian, but talking about how his dad, how do you raise a kid? So, do you, how much do you beat a kid so that they become the king of pop, but not touch kids? Where's that line?
That's a good point.
I forget who fucking said it, but it was one of my favorite.
Chappelle had said something about Cosby. He's like, look, him as a person's terrible, but for what he's done for the movement has been amazing. Like the speech that Martin Luther King gave, Bill Cosby paid for the PA system for that.
Oh, it did? Wow.
Yeah, so there's been a whole bunch of other things behind the
Well, that's
scenes
the thing.
that
There's
Cosby's done. He's like, he's the first person to put a black cartoon on TV that
Yeah.
wasn't
Oh, yeah.
over-exaggerated.
He was a big deal
A
for
lot of these
the black
monsters,
community.
a lot of these monsters end up disguising it with something good. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at BTK. BTK was like a public servant his
He
entire
was.
life.
He was loved by his
Yes.
community. He had a family.
Well
that
known
loved
in the
him.
community and everything. And but he
Sexually
also,
active in the community.
Oh, well, with his wife, I got my wife, and then you'd go and bind up, torture, and kill people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's plenty of people like
and
that.
what
R.
checks and
Kelly,
balances.
R. Kelly. I mean, such a great guy. All of his
I've
music.
never liked anything about him.
No, I never understood why people liked his music so much, where he basically
Yeah.
just talked.
Well, he had that fucking TV series where he sang the whole fucking episode
Oh,
Really?
and rapped the whole episode. And it was basically a story. It was like
That's how his
a
songs
soap
were.
opera.
Was,
yeah.
he the
how his
guy,
songs were.
was he the guy that did that? I believe I could fly.
No, that's Seal.
Was that Seal?
No, that wasn't Seal.
wasn't it Seal?
From the
No,
I think
Seal
it was.
didn't. I believe I can touch. That was R. Kelly.
Was it? I thought
That
it
wasn't
was.
Seal. Seal was Kissed by
it?
a Rose.
Was it him?
It
Was
was.
R. Kelly?
It was R. Kelly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was Seal.
Oh.
Yeah, Seal,
Maybe because that song is the
Seal
only
is
song.
far more douchey than that.
He's far more douchey than R. Kelly, the guy that's in prison now.
Yeah.
What?
Kiss from a Rose. If you that
No, it's a shitty song.
It's a
I agree
terrible
with that.
song.
But I think the guy that's more douchey is the guy that was, trying to piss on chicks that were underage, videotaping it. You don't think it's that bad?
When you got money.
That's true.
You guys ever seen?
You can do whatever you want. That does wipe up the tears of the children.
Seal's fucking models.
You guys ever seen Shameless?
Yeah.
There's a guy in that named he's a long haired dude named like Joey or something where he every time he fucks he has to have Kiss from a Rose on. And so there's 4 or 5 times he's banging chicks and he's got Kiss from a Rose on. He's crying while he's banging.
I do the same thing with Kenny G. I have to have Kenny G to start it off.
Why?
Because it's
Kenny G,
fantastic,
really?
dude. It's a mood maker right there. That's
Fucking
baby
G.
making music right there.
Fuck
Fuck
that,
yeah.
dude. What is
that?
What's the shit my mom?
What type of saxophone
I start
is that?
crying. That's
the
a
shitty one.
it's-
The one that no one likes.
It's an obophone or whatever.
Yeah.
No, but it's a type of saxophone that he plays.
Tenor, alto,
see.
baritone.
No, the altos, I think I played that in
and he does a
middle
clarinet type thing. I don't know. It's that straight thing that he does. I want to say clarinet or oboe.
He plays this weird straight saxophone.
He uses the Selmer Mark IV soprano, alto, and tenor saxophone.
So he uses the other ones too, but the one that he's noticed for, it's shitty.
It's the Pied Piper one.
Yeah, the fucking
Yeah.
stupid looking one.
Isn't that this?
Yeah, that's the one where he's bringing all the mice out of the fucking
That
village.
one, right
Yeah,
there.
that's straight.
Those I fucking hate those.
Yeah, what
It's
a
like a-
beautiful man right there. Look at that hair.
He's had that hair forever,
Yep.
man.
How did
Collars popped, unbuttoning. And
this is what I don't get. How did he have #1 albums over and over and over? It's the same thing with who was the guy the foreign guy that did the same shit?
Yoko Ono.
No, that's
No.
a chick.
No, I know who you're talking
Yes.
about. Yeah,
Yanni?
No,
It's
Yanni.
Yanni.
Yanni was no.
Yanni, yes,
Yanni was
Yanni did
one
the
too.
same exact type of
Yeah.
I was
shit.
gonna say Yo-Yo Ma.
No, Yanni.
Yeah, Yanni.
Yanni did the same fucking shit, and he also had tons of fucking #1.
Mm-hmm.
Like how?
Because middle-aged
There-
women that made
there's
it off
the
of work,
Yanni.
they had
I don't
fucking-
get it.
They loved that shit, dude.
The Yanni.
Mormon women loved it.
I don't. What does he even look like?
That's
a
Yanni right there.
I know,
dude.
but that's
Look at
Canadian.
that.
No, I'm
Apparently
just saying it's a
Canadians
fucking
really like
weird.
Yanni, too.
It's a weird look, dude.
He looks like a Cesario or whatever you want to call it. He actually looks like a fucking assassin.
Cesario?
How do you pronounce it?
Sicario?
Sicario?
Yeah,
You sure it's not?
it's
kinda
Sicario.
Is it?
That's how they pronounce it. You know what I mean by they.
Oh yeah, them.
That's how they pronounce it.
Backs are
Right,
covered
Kevin?
with sweat all the time.
Right, Kevin?
Yes, of course.
Oh man, that would really dampen your back.
Sure is getting hot out here.
There's another
Better
guy
take
called
a-
Yanni.
Dip in the Rio. Oh man, that's terrible.
That's better.
What did he do? Did he play something? What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at him.
Racial buttons.
Yeah,
See if
are
there's
you
any
trying to find
racist
one that
ones.
says
That's
racist?
racist.
Yeah, see if that's in there.
It's your
Kevin, the search bar. Go up to the search bar. Type in "that's racist."
That should be your go-to for anything. It's just that search bar should just be right on it, dude.
I want
just
to.
I didn't even see it.
You didn't know that there was a search bar?
I was looking down here.
Did you find anything? You gotta. Don't you have to hit enter?
I did.
No, there
we
you
go.
Hey, there's a bunch of them. Let's see.
That's pretty racist.
All right, hit another one.
That one.
That's pretty racist.
Oh, it's his
The
loud.
same one.
Yeah, because it says louder right there.
Oh.
That's got to be racist.
All right, that one's not bad.
That's got to be racist. That's racist. There it is.
There we go. That's the one.
one.
Save
That's the
that.
one.
Save that one.
Ah, shit.
All right,
I
you
got
gotta
one.
That
sign
one will be
in.
That's
used
fine.
in
I got it. I'll write it down.
Shit, fuck.
Yeah, the yelling kid. That's racist.
Yeah.
That one's actually pretty good. That would have been perfect right there.
That's what I mean.
That would have been perfect. Watch, if this whole thing works out and he gets us down to a certain amount, he might find a new talent of funny that he never knew he had.
As long as my timing.
I think you're capable of it, dude.
You actually did do it though the first day. There were a couple of those that you hit.
Well, and the problem is that there's just too much there.
I know. You can only narrow it down.
I know. You gotta,
I just haven't had time.
You got to work outside of the podcast. There's other things going on. It's called life.
Life. We all got jobs. We all got shit going on.
We all can't have our little hobbit hole where we just play video games all day and jack off.
God, I haven't played a video game.
I have to jack off. Okay? I have to.
No, I'm not saying you don't. I'm just... No, I get it. It's a daily occurrence for me as well.
I don't understand what
I don't know how.
is.
I don't know why showers are such an aphrodisiac for me.
Cleaning the pipes.
It was just the smell of that shampoo.
Tim's like, I don't get why I come every time it rains.
Every time. Isn't that bizarre?
Every time.
That's why you love living
walking
in the
hard on
Northwest.
whenever it starts to rain.
Yeah,
You're
like, oh my god, this is so sensual.
Is it time?
Why am I feeling this tingly feeling?
I need to find an outhouse stat.
Dude, that'd be fucked up. Like seeing the paper, look at all the arrest records for the week.
There's Tim.
It's just Tim caught on the same day on a catch and release, jerking off in 4 different outhouses.
Now, is that illegal?
15 minutes apart.
There's no way that's illegal.
One of them was someone's home, Tim.
Yeah, there's no way that's illegal to jack off in an outhouse.
I don't think so. I mean, you're not in public view.
That's what I mean.
Anything. Yeah. So
Tim just calls the outdoors his outhouse. Like,
Well,
this
but,
isn't
you know-
illegal. Look at the rules on outhouses.
I'm on the sidewalk. This is fine.
This is God's outhouse. I'm okay.
There's a tree nearby.
Yeah. Look, this is private property. You're
Hey,
like, this is
man.
the courthouse, Tim. You cannot do that here.
hey, it gives nutrients to the trees and the grass. You're
Much
doing a
needed,
good thing.
yeah.
When
I
you take
mean-
a dump in the woods.
I say go for that argument. That's a good argument to take.
That's the way I see it.
Well,
Hey,
you
I'm
should
feeding
do it.
the forest.
Also, be your own lawyer.
Yeah, what is
Nah,
it?
I'm not gonna do that.
Self.
I see what happens to people like that.
Self-lawyer?
Hey,
Is that what it's
No.
called? What's it called?
Be your own attorney.
There's something else.
yeah, be
they
like
call
Ted
it.
Bundy.
I don't know what
Your own
what
attorney.
They have a phrase that they say on
What's
court.
the
Is that-
phrase?
I'm trying to think of it.
because I've never actually heard a phrase for that.
For
Really?
what? Being your own attorney?
Yeah, I've just heard it called being. He was his
Defending
own-
yourself. That's,
Yeah,
I
self-defense
think
or something like that.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
but
much
self-defense is
I'm going to
different.
defend myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then he
sure.
fights the judge.
Yeah, he just gets up there and just starts fucking squaring
Defend
off.
yourself.
He looks like the fucking the Fighting Irish logo out there.
Oh, yeah.
Put him up, fisticuffs. You're like,
Yeah,
what
see?
the fuck? Yeah, he starts talking
If
like
I win,
a 1920s
charges
gangster.
dropped.
Yeah, see? They just beat the fuck out of
what
each
is that?
other.
Now I can't even remember that phrase either. I'm losing all my phrases tonight. The
Wow.
other one was the
Phraseless.
Tyrion Lannister saying he invoked the something to
Right of combat? or
right
something?
of combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Dude, that's actually a cool idea. Why don't we have that shit anymore?
Well-
a fucking...
Dude, did you know that
Right of
fuck, what
combat?
state was it?
I would
Duels
not
were
have it
still
here.
legal up until like the 60s.
Ooh, really?
No, there's still
Yeah.
we talked about that, a state that's saying
me
you
find
can
out what
fight
state.
somebody else and the police won't get involved. Both,
Yeah, technically,
both
I think the
parties,
state that we live in is one of those
Yeah,
states.
both parties say no. This is a something fight.
Yeah, it's a mutual combat state.
Mutual combat.
That's cool. I'll finish in all your phrases for
Thank you. I'm just gonna throw out some random words. You can figure out what the fuck I'm talking about.
Dude,
Jesus.
ooh, it'll be like
It's
Wordle.
It's like every fucking episode is Tim trying to struggle. What was that word? How's that phrase go? What's this?
Which phrase?
The one I was trying to think of with the thing with the dozen stuff.
Oh, apparently it was banned in 1992.
Oh, okay. Maybe so. It was later than I thought. I thought it was like the 60s.
It does say Washington State is one of only 2 U.S. states where mutual struggle is completely legal.
Yeah. Until someone says stop, and then it's done.
So we can have duels here. That's awesome.
No,
Well,
you
not
can't have duels
You
here.
can fight.
Mutual combat.
You can have mutual combat, which
Yeah.
is fighting, not
Yeah,
duels.
fisticuffs. You can't have weapons.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Well, a duel is based. I mean, if you're thinking of the old school duel, then yeah, that's like walk 10 paces and then turn around and shoot each
Yeah,
other.
I mean, I'm sure we don't even know the actual rules. We just know the rules we've seen in movies.
or just some.
It's
journal
mostly
somewhere.
movies. It's I guarantee almost none of the information we have about duels is from actual Duels. It's
Why do you say that?
Because it's all from movies. It's pop culture. Almost everything that we know about Duels is pop culture. And then we hear about other shit that's happening.
Well, I mean, duels, though, they really happened in America.
We know
back
that.
in like the 17, 16, 18, or 17, 1800s.
Yeah, do you
like
know?
President's duels, like
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson
was a fucking beast.
Dude, didn't he die with like 5 bullet holes
in his
him?
chest.
Yeah. He fucking, what a maniac.
Apparently someone tried to assassinate him and he like beat him with his cane.
Dude,
Like-
he was crazy. Who was it? Roosevelt. Didn't he get shot?
I think so. Teddy Roosevelt was a tough guy too, man.
He was like, no, I'm just going to do my speech. And pulled his speech out that had the bullet hole in it.
Yeah.
And then just read his entire speech and then left.
They don't make him like that
well,
anymore.
the reason he survived, though, his speech was like fucking super long, folded up, and it went into that.
Oh, I see.
So, I mean, I think the bullet was still in his chest, but it was like not nearly as far as it should have been.
The impact
he should have
to
been
him
dead.
wasn't as bad as it could have been.
100% should have been dead. And it looks like Tim's left the show. I think Tim just quit.
Oh, well.
He just gave up and said, I'm done with the show.
Someone came to the door.
Yeah, I get that someone came to the door.
Are you serious?
Cool. Did you tell him to... That would have been hilarious if it was the FBI.
The FBI was at the door.
Some people saying, "Hey, is your so-and-so daughter live here?" I'm like, "No, she's with her mom in Astoria." Oh, well, we brought her a birthday present.
Wait,
what?
The Mormons are tracking your daughter?
Yeah, they got my daughter's information, I guess.
That's a little strange.
That's weird, Tim.
It's not.
Why are the
I know,
Mormons...
your family's Mormon.
Yeah.
I get it. Oh, Kevin's put it together. Yeah. Detective Kevin. You should be in Knives Out 3.
I mean, that's a nice thing, but at the same time,
I didn't know he was Mormon. Jesus.
He said it 45 fucking times on the
It's like
show.
It was just now.
First episode.
Yeah, and actually the first episode we talked about
things like that.
How do you not remember things about your friends, Kevin? Your
Because
friends.
I'm busy.
We're not. I mean, we're not friends.
How does I'm busy fucking take care of that? Hey, Tim, I don't know anything about your life because in my brain I'm busy.
That's
Hey,
true.
fuck you.
No, it's not in my brain.
He's got that hamster wheel going. It's,
Yeah.
it's tough business, man. I get it.
Gotta keep it moving.
That was fucking weird, dude. It's
never- the
between that
carnival
and the
never
missionaries coming to
stops.
my fucking door. Oh,
Stick and
Jesus.
carrot. Stick
You
and
should have
carrot.
answered the door in the nude.
Well, I
And then
got
told him
that's-
to come on
That's
in.
actually why I got the security screen door because you can't see in.
That would have been
I
great.
make sure to go so you can't see me when I'm standing in the doorway and I'm talking. And
Tim,
like-
you should have
and
answered
they'll
the
always
door.
say is like, "Oh, well, we can't
nude.
see you." It's like, "Well, that's why I have this door because I don't want you to see me. What do you want?" You know, that's kind of how I approach, and I love it.
Yeah.
People go, "Well, it's hard to talk to you if I can't see you." I was like, "Well,
Go
you
fuck
see
yourself.
That
Means
no soliciting
You're
sign.
at a disadvantage,
You can
and
go
I'm
ahead and
not.
get the fuck out.
Yeah, dude,
It's my house.
you realize that I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah.
And you know what you should do? Since I can't see it anyway, just close the door.
See how long the conversation.
Yeah.
goes?
They keep asking
Save that on
questions,
Ring and
like-
see. If
And just fucking see what happens. Start posting that shit to TikTok.
That'd be funny as fuck.
It'd be a new channel of I just closed the door on someone again.
That's not a bad idea.
I think that would be pretty good.
Slowly each that thing close.
Yeah, yeah.
See
Just
how long
very,
they
very
carry on.
slowly close it. Go back to playing your video games. You're like, I
That's
got
good
shit to
stuff.
do, man.
That's such good stuff right there. And they brought their kids with them too. That's the other thing too. So it's two ladies and their kids.
So the whole family shows up at the door?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, that's why I answered because I saw some kids out there and some adults. I was like, what the? Are they trick or treating?
That would have been great. They're like, we're bad at this.
Wow.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
trick or
I've
treat?
got some ramen noodles if you want something like that, or yakisoba bowls. They're pretty good. I got
Would
no
you like
candy.
cheese? I've got cheese.
You just bring out a bowl and it's like got
Spoonful of peanut butter.
tons of shit. You just grab shit out of your junk drawer and toss it in a bowl. Like, just grab what you want,
There's
kids.
some screws and some lint, and I
Yeah.
think there might be some paper clips in there.
There's a condom wrapper for some reason. I don't know where that one came from.
Oh, look at this! It's a ramen packet flavored right there. It's the
there's an
Oriental. That's
Applebee's
good.
gift
It's
card. There you
beef.
go.
Beef. Everyone loves beef.
Taco-
Where's
Taco
the beef?
Bell
It's right
sauce?
here.
I mean, it's all there. You help yourself.
And for you ladies, here's some douches and tampons.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, I'm sure they felt pretty awkward about it too. So,
Dude, I remember
hopefully I don't see them again.
when I was with Lynn, she would be nice to the people that came up.
That's not. Yeah.
No,
that's
but this
kinda-
is where it fucked everything up because she'd be nice, and be like, "Oh yeah, no, if you could come back this time," and then they'd come back and I'd be the only one there, and I'd be like, "No,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here, dude! Why are you even here?"
No, I'm never rude at all to him. I can't be, but
I'm not
it
rude,
is annoying.
but
It's-
I mess with them
I can
when
be
they come
rude.
to the door. I'm not rude to them. I just fuck with them.
How so? Like,
Yes.
I come to the
Like
door.
that whole
explain
thing, the nudist thing. Now I never answered the door naked, but I did go to the door and I told them that I was a nudist, and I left the door wide open, and I turned around, walked in, I started taking my clothes off, and I walked into the
No,
living
you
room.
didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. This happened about 8 or 9 years ago.
Kevin was doing a
But no,
lot
they
of
never
drugs.
came in. They
A
when
lot
I
of
came back,
drugs.
they were gone. I only took off like my shirts, and I came around the corner, and then they were gone.
Have you guys ever
I
had
don't
anyone
get my- I don't get
accidentally answer the door naked?
No.
Me and my friend Eric had that happen when we were in high school.
You don't accidentally open your door naked.
No. She didn't know that it was us. She thought it was her boyfriend that was coming over. So we went over to see this friend of ours, and her sister answered the door. We knock on the door, and Eric's like, "Dude," I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Look." I look through the fucking, it's one of those doors with the little windows on the side,
Yeah.
and sure enough, the chick's walking up the stairs, fucking completely naked. And we're like, "Oh my god!" And then she notices us and fucking turns around, calls her sister, and like, "Yeah." I was like, "What the fuck?" And she was hot as fuck, man.
Yeah.
No.
Well-
She was not just yeah. I mean, yes, we were 14. It would have been fine for almost any chick that walked up naked. But no, all three of those sisters were hot. So, yeah.
Oh, man, that's a shame.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy to see. We were just like, why doesn't that happen more often? Like,
I can't say I've ever had
Yeah.
the pleasure. I mean, I've never accidentally seen somebody naked.
well,
I
that's
have-
the thing. That's why it was weird.
I was over
but it's
at
great.
my friend Andrew's house. I was like 12 or 13. I still remember this because it was the first
And his
time.
dad walked in.
No, it was the first time I ever saw a woman naked. His sister, I guess, she was changing
You were
in her room.
12, and that's the first time.
Yes. Yeah. Well, a
Like
real
in real
woman
life.
in
Oh,
front of
real
me.
life.
real
Okay,
life,
okay.
Yeah, like
That is different.
Okay, yeah, that's what
That
I meant.
helps.
Not on TV, but like
Okay.
actually like in front of me.
That's context.
So Andrew was about my age, and his sister was older. She was like 17 or something. And he goes and he opens the door and runs away, and I'm just standing there going. And she runs up, slams the door, and she was stark naked. She had just taken her, underwear
Yeah,
off
I've
and everything.
never ever.
I was
once
just like
experienced
shocked.
that.
Really?
Not even. I can't
Well,
even think
that's what I mean. Like, it's weird. Like, some of the experiences that seem fairly normal for people. I'm not saying that that's normal, but then you talk to your friends and you're like, "Oh, that's never happened to them."
Yeah.
That's the only time that's ever happened to me, though.
I remember my
Total
grandma
accident.
walking into me naked though after I got out of the
On
shower.
you naked?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Or she was naked.
No, she walked in the
She's
bathroom.
like, "Here's
I was
some
in the
cookies,
shower,
hon."
and she opens up the door and she goes, "Are you naked?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm taking a fucking shower."
You're like, "You have eyes. Why the fuck are you asking me that? Are you just trying to prolong this? What the fuck is going on?"
Fucking experience right there.
Yeah, it's
The
definitely
erection was a really the weirdest part too,
and the fact that your grandma had one.
which is why I masturbate in the shower so much.
Oh man. So I now see
Memories.
where all the trauma comes from, Tim.
Well, it's not trauma if you enjoy it.
Yeah, again,
I've heard people say that before.
It helps.
It's not. That's totally not right.
Like what was it? Milo Yiannopoulos. Remember saying I was the
oh,
predator.
yeah,
I was the predator. of the case."
I was the aggressor.
It's like no, you weren't. You were like 13.
Yeah, you're like, okay, you were the aggressor to this priest that was like in his 30s.
Yeah.
And you were 14 or 13.
Yeah, he said he was like 13 or 14 or something.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because you don't want to look like a fucking victim.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, he was a victim, but he was saying he was the predator.
Yeah, that's what
The
I mean.
funniest part about him is now he's like this straight right-wing evangelical Christian.
Yeah, it's so weird.
No, he's not.
That's what he says.
Behind closed doors, I guarantee
Oh yeah,
you, he's
yeah.
not.
He's a provocateur, man. This guy is.
I don't know.
He's
He's been going with the bit for a few years now.
I'm not
He
saying
has.
he's behind
He
the
has.
camera. He's or in front of the camera, sure, but I'm saying behind the camera.
No, he's
he's probably got thumbs and bums, tons of thumbs and bums.
Is that what they do?
my
Yeah.
kid's favorite thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like playing video games.
Joystick.
Thumbsticks.
Yeah,
Thumbstick.
thumbsticks. That's the sound it makes too. Right when you put them in the bum.
Man, you know a lot about this lifestyle.
I do.
All right.
I'm just look. It's all
Tim
about
reads a
experience, you know. And I'm
Tim doesn't read it all. If you sent him an article that had 3 words, in it before, and
Yeah.
he's like, dude.
That's the other
I'm not
thing
doing
about
this
Kevin.
shit.
Kevin comes
No
across
shit.
He comes across some pretty interesting stuff on the webs.
Yeah, but then he sends us
And then he
fucking
sends us
entire
like a 10-minute
dissertation.
video or check this out when you get a chance. It's like, I'm never going to have a chance for a 10-minute video. I mean,
Kevin, you should start.
last one I gave 2 minutes and I'm like, yeah, I am fucking done.
Kevin, you should start a YouTube channel of you just doing cliff notes for us. For when you send us other people's YouTube videos, you send us theirs, and then you go, it's this, and then it's a link to you just saying 3 words about it.
Bad stuff happened.
And
oh,
they'll
thank
go,
God.
oh,
All right,
man,
we get it.
fuck it always captivates.
Shit gone wrong. We're being taken advantage of.
Did you
No
hear about,
fucking shit.
Did you hear about this? Girls gone wild. You're like, what? That happened? Why did they go wild?
Have you guys ever heard of bum fights?
Dude, didn't that guy get arrested?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that guy went
I think
to
he got
prison.
arrested for it.
But so did the guy from, what was it, Joe something from fucking Girls Gone Wild?
Yeah, he got arrested too
What was
because
his
it was
name?
like
They were
turned out-
drugging him.
Well, that, but also a lot of them were minors.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Well,
were
not
underage.
even that. A lot of them didn't sign anything.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because he went to
he
like
didn't
big
get-
parties and just
he didn't- yeah,
said,
he
hey,
didn't get
girls, you like
releases
to
on
show us
a-
your tits. Boom.
He didn't get releases on most of these.
Yeah.
And it's fine for, I guess, home video if you're like, hey, show me your tits, and the chick does. And
Yeah.
That's fine, but to put it out.
Put it out. Yeah.
Not
which
supposed
is
to
what he was
profit on
doing.
other people's pussies.
It was just tits.
No,
No,
I mean, it's mostly just tits.
I was gonna say I think there were some of those where they
I
were
saw
banging the
the
chicks.
Lake Havasu one was fucking insane, dude.
I didn't watch any
It was
of
like a
them.
giant fucking orgy. I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding.
I
The,
didn't see
the
it.
amount of video that was just women are eating each other out on boats and people are walking by and drinking beers and
Tim,
dudes are sucking
what else
dudes'
would you
dicks.
want to do on a boat?
No, I'm just saying this
I like
lake
how you
is
say
it's
with
about
the
waist
shock.
deep, I think. It's about waist deep, so people are just walking around in the lake and there's boats there and there's literally everybody's just fucking. It's fuck fest.
Boats and hoes.
Well, hey.
Boats and hoes. And then they have this giant floating platform where women would get up there and just try to put on the most provocative show. And then they'd go to the edge of the float and dudes would eat them out and she's eating some other chick.
So
out.
what
Sounds
website
like
was this on again?
Spring Break.
I think it's
Kevin's
Spring
doing
Break.
research.
It's
Yeah,
a Spring
research.
Break.
You know, because he doesn't have time to do other shit.
Yeah, but this is important research.
I've never like.
Of course.
How odd would that be
How
in a
else can I get in
situation
the mood?
where you go to like a party or something and it breaks out into an orgy? That's always been a fantasy of mine.
Really?
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
all
never
out
happened
fuck
to me.
fest. All out fuck fest. Be
Yeah, it's
fucking
not
crazy.
Not a fantasy of mine.
Really, you never wanted to be an experience like
Not an orgy,
What was
no.
the other one?
Not really.
Eyes Wide Shut type thing.
Oh,
Never
yeah,
seen
I
it.
remember that.
I've
Really?
just
Oh.
never seen that
It's
movie.
actually a good movie.
It is. It's bizarre.
It
but
is
it's
bizarre.
Good.
It's like, Tom Cruise. He goes in with like all these elites, these sex parties where they're wearing masks and have code words and everything. And it's all like ritualized.
Well, it's
and
not just
shit.
that. It's a build up to it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the when he goes to get the suit, and there's those two Asian dudes in powdered wigs, and they're
Oh, and they're with that one girl.
the underage girl and shit.
Uh-huh.
And the dad gets all pissed.
You know where powdered wigs
Yeah, there was
came
some
from?
weird shit going on in that fucking. Yeah, they're all dressed up like powder wigs.
But
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was
you know where that
fucking weird
shit
as
came
hell,
from?
dude.
Like the old days, like
'Cause they were
the powder
trying to
wigs,
hide
they used to wear
syphilis
those.
from their hair.
Yeah, it's because
Yeah.
of like fucking syphilis
Royalty
and
was
shit.
trying to hide syphilis
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
would fuck so much.
Yeah, yeah. Syphilis
And
was like
then it became
rampant back in those
trendy.
days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shows how it goes.
Yeah.
And they still do that shit. in,
Like that
places
one-
Britain
that
and stuff.
one
They still wear it.
matriarch-
Canada, I think, still
Canada
does.
still does it?
Yeah, maybe they got rid of that, but yeah, Britain I know
Britain
still
still
does.
does
Britain
it.
does it. Australia still does it.
That's
Okay.
right. That
Australia
and I
does?
think maybe even New Zealand. I've seen some footage of their parliament shit. I didn't see it there, but
They
yeah,
don't do it in New
Yeah,
Zealand.
Australia. does.
Australia. That's just weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let's take this. Let's have our legal system be the same old legal system, even though we started because we were all criminals.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird fucking way to do it.
Colony.
Because they knew
yeah.
it worked. That's why.
Yes, it got them there.
Well, look what it did for us.
Yeah. We had to
Good
push
point.
all these little pygmy guys out of here.
Oh, like
Plus,
a
we
little fellow
got
right there.
Steve Irwin,
Yeah.
the crocodile hunter.
Who got killed by a stingray?
I know.
What a way
What
to
the
go.
fuck?
What a way to go.
Killed
Died
by a
doing what he
fucking
loves.
Hey, man, you got.
No, he didn't.
Guess,
He's the crocodile hunter, and he got killed by a stingray. He wasn't hunting any crocodiles.
No, not just crocodiles. He does all animals.
Yeah, he
he's
did
the
do all
crocodile
animals.
hunter, but
Yeah.
he likes snakes too. Like I remember him going on some news channel and he had a snake and just bit him in the neck and he's just talking like it's normally happening.
Yeah.
I just find
And
it.
the lady next to him was like, "What the fuck's going on?" He's like dripping blood. He's like, "Oh, sorry about that."
I find it hilarious when people like that die, and then everyone's like, "I'm so shocked." We're like, "You mean the guy that would go out actively
Yeah.
looking for crocodiles, and then would handle snakes, and I don't know, fuck with fish?"
See, I wasn't really shocked by his death. I was just.
But there
kinda
were so many people that were.
I know, but I was more surprised that it wasn't a crocodile or something.
Yeah.
You know, the stingray thing just was like, well, okay, that's out of left field.
Did you see
know?
after that happened, the Daily Show had Norm Macdonald on, and it was fucking great. And he was just like talking about, who's probably really pissed about that? The crocodiles. Like, did you hear about the crocodile hunter? Yeah, he died. Oh, was it Frank that got him? Man, I got something to tell you.
What?
I
A
miss that
fucking
guy.
stingray? No.
Dude, he was so great.
I miss
like
Norm
Jon
Macdonald.
Stewart the whole time was like, dude, stop making me laugh at this. It just happened. Because it was like a couple nights later. That's why I like Norm, because he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he recounted that story on Adam Carolla's show about fucking his neighbor's wife in the ass while he was out mowing the lawn.
Really? Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You remember that story?
Yeah. No, it's definitely a joke.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's. Yeah, I don't remember how that one goes, but I remember hearing that on there. No, he was great because even his dumb jokes were good because it was always this long ass build up, and
Well,
then
at the
sometimes
time-
to nothing.
Yeah, that's just at the time I didn't know that was the joke of the joke.
So
I hated it.
yeah.
I hated it because this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, because you're not in on the joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, why are we? This is dumb. What a terrible comedian.
Yeah.
And
that
then,
was the brilliance of it.
Then after, like let's say 10 years later, when I matured and found out how comedians worked, and he was being a comic for the comedians.
Yes.
He wasn't being a comic for me. He was trying to make the other comedians laugh at it. It was like,
And he was very good at
I
it.
get
Well, that's one of the things that I love is those stories. I'll listen to podcasts with comedians on it, and they'll talk about the stories of like somebody that bombed so bad, but it was so great because of what they were doing. They were doing this for not the audience, but for the guys in the back of the room that
Yeah.
were waiting their turn. He was doing this, destroying his own set just to fucking make those guys laugh.
Yeah.
And I love that shit.
That's awesome.
Those stories are great. I don't know. That's what I love about comedy. It's fun.
Oh, I agree. That's one of the fascinating things about it is the behind-the-scenes stuff you get to hear about.
Well, yeah,
stuff going on.
We see those roundtable episodes of like Dave Attell.
Sure,
When it's a
dude,
bunch of
I love
comedians
David
sitting at a
Tell. He's
table just
awesome.
fucking joking around with each
Yeah.
other. That would be a fun table to sit
Yeah.
at.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, that's why I liked. Did you ever watch the show Green Room?
I remember
not the
it,
movie,
but
the-
no, I
there was a
remember
show
it.
called Green Room. It was Paul Provenza. It was his show, and he would have like 4 comedians on, and it was supposed to simulate what it was like for 5 comedians in the green room talking. And the cool thing was, half the audience was comedians too, so they kind of just went with whatever they went with, and it was a really good show because you actually got to see people talking the way that they would probably talk in those situations.
Yeah.
I'm sure they still toned it down a little bit for it's showtime, so they don't have to tone it down a ton. But I'm sure there were still things that are like, well, try not to go there, or they edit out things that they're like,
especially current events or something like that could be quote unquote risque.
But I think for the most part, they did a good job of getting people to kind of just be themselves.
Yeah.
And
I
it
think
was
that's-
always good.
That would be a good experience. I don't know any comedians personally.
Yeah, being able to sit in a group and just fucking
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay.
They got
So
they got
say-
all their inside jokes and shit like
Yes.
that. I know exactly how to make this person laugh. Someone who's considered stoic.
Yeah.
that would be
Well,
really fucking funny.
It's like you talk about the inside jokes. One of the big inside jokes that they had, they made a movie about, and that was the Aristocrats.
Oh, that's
And
so funny.
I loved it when Gilbert Gottfried, the story about him doing that at one of the roasts, where he said,
so great.
He made a bad 9/11 joke like 3 days after, or no, I think it was a week after 9/11.
Yeah, he got kind of in trouble for that. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
well, he said something like, I was gonna go from here to New York, but I had a connecting flight at the Sears Tower, some shit like that, and like everyone was like, boo. So he went into the Aristocrats, which was supposed to be this behind the scenes type of joke, and just fucking murdered it. But I don't think they ever got it on video, which kind of sucks. That would have been great to see that whole thing.
Yeah, you're right, because they talked about it, right?
Yes, they talked about it. But yeah, have you seen that movie, The Aristocrats?
No,
dude, you got to see it.
I'm thinking of Aristocrats, the cartoon.
No, you got to watch it. The Aristocrats. It's about a joke that is, you try to be the most disgusting, vile, fucked up things that you could possibly say in this entire joke, and then the ending is always anticlimactic to the joke every time.
Oh, okay.
And
Aristocrats.
The joke is, you go, and what's your act? The Aristocrat or the Aristocrats, whatever.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying the Aristocrats, but it would be the Aristocrats. That was the ending of the joke, and it starts out. This family goes into a talent agent's office, and they go. The talent agent goes, "Okay, so what is your act?" And that's where you just fill it in with the most fucked up things you could possibly think of. It's a family of 4, mother, father, and 2 children. And then sometimes a dog would be involved. And people would just say the most fucked up things that you could possibly think of.
Like they're shitting on each other, puking on each other, banging
they're all fucking each other.
All kinds of stuff.
Comes going everywhere. I mean, it's and the thing is, it's a joke for comedians by a comedian. To just tell each other. And see who can one up the next one.
And it's a really old joke too. It's been around a long time.
Yeah, I think the original ones was like the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, I think so.
And it had the fucked up things, but nowhere near what it is now.
Not like it is today. Yeah,
because
that whole documentary is just really cool because you get to see a bunch of comedians do their own versions of it as they're going.
Penn Jillette is the one that did the documentary, I think.
I think
it's Penn Jillette.
Because I know they had a lot of people on there like Bob Saget. I think George Carlin's even in it.
George Carlin's in it.
Whoopi Goldberg, Bob Saget, Chris Rock, Robin Williams in there. Hank Azaria, Don Rickles. There's Gilbert Gottfried.
It's got a great
fucking
cast of comedians on it.
Oh my gosh, there's tons of them.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, is Eddie? Is there female now? Yes.
He switches back and forth.
Eddie,
he switches.
What does
back
he
and
go
forth.
by now?
No, her.
It's
a she. They're saying her. Yeah, her comedic style takes on the form that's her now.
I thought he
But the weird thing is, still talks about. I don't know. Lives.
Eddie is just one of those
weird dude.
He's one of those odd kind of guys where it's like you can't really always put your finger on him and you can't figure him out.
You can put your finger in him though.
Yeah, that's true.
You could. He'd probably like
wear
that.
him like a sock puppet.
Yep. For the benefit of Mr. Kite.
Dance, monkey, dance.
I mean, I guess a little bit of movement.
He is funny.
The
I didn't know that he. Yeah.
What, Eddie Izzard?
Yeah. I've liked his stuff.
Yeah, he's funny.
But he's done a lot of dressing as a woman on stage over the years.
He's a good actor too.
Yeah.
He's in that show. You ever see Hannibal, the TV show? It's really good. But he plays a serial killer in that, and he was awesome.
No, I never watched that show.
It's a good show. It's only like 3 seasons. It's definitely worth the watch if you get a chance.
Not a show I've seen, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say.
I'm just recommending.
You want me to say, oh, I've seen it.
No.
Everything you say is right.
I'm making a recommendation.
Don't recommend things to me.
Fuck off.
Don't fucking recommend things to me. I will fucking not do it. I will not do it.
I will not do it.
So, anyway, you should watch The Aristocrats.
Yeah, I think I'll put that on the list. Maybe I should do that.
It's awesome.
Everybody should watch The Aristocrats.
Fuck yeah, watch The Aristocrats. It's a kick-ass movie.
It is a good-ass movie.
It is a great-ass movie.
It's a good-ass movie.
Ass good.
It has some ass in it. That's good.
Hey, it's the end of the show.
Coffee Brand Coffee. Go ahead and enjoy some Coffee Brand Coffee. If you go to the website Coffee Brand Coffee, try out their coffees, their teas. Put in the code GPS1.
Cool.
Get 5% off of your purchase and enjoy some delicious,
how about
wake you up coffee?
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we just do a spot one of these times, and then you cut the spot and just put it wherever in the show?
Yeah, that's what I was.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Just did.
No. But also follow us on YouTube, Instagram.
Hey, are we on
Facebook?
Are we on the what other podcasts servers?
I just started fucking trying to name some.
Do we have the
Apple Podcast, Spotify?
Spotify's
yes,
on there.
We're on that.
We're on
BitChute,
Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Pandora,
Audacity or Audible.
No, we're not on Audible.
Not Audible. What the fuck's it called?
We
Odyssey?
are on Amazon Podcasts or whatever.
Oh,
it is.
yeah. Okay.
It's
All
like
right.
Amazon Music or something like that.
Sweet.
Goodbye, everybody.
Right.